50 hours and 7 minutes, 2 seconds. What's good, Internet? My name is Attax. Welcome back to my 2K16 MyCareer Let's Play Ebenezer's Revenge, the longest running video series in the history of this channel at this point, and we're not even done yet. Rank number 5, heading toward John Cena, the face who runs the place, who is now in a feud with AJ Styles. If you want to hear my Raw reactions, that video went up about 5 hours ago. But today, fighting Triple H on SmackDown, because that's the thing that's going to happen. So let's get into that, I suppose. At least they are rightfully giving me the main event versus Triple H on SmackDown. But I suppose first, we're going to interrupt The Miz and Big Show in this rival event, as I am currently rivals with The Miz. Now, if this game actually had any frame of reference for previous rivalries that took place within this My Career, they would certainly mention that the Big Show was my former tag team partner. We were Team Cheeseburger, but that was a long, long time ago. And here's our Miz attack and two whole security guys. And now this match is happening, and I'm going to hit the skip button because I don't want to watch The Big Show and The Miz, or as they were referred to when they were a tag team, Show Miz. Which, as most of you should know, is nowhere near as good of a combined tag team name as was when they had The Big Show and Chris Jericho, and they were Jeri-Show. That's a much better combined tag team name than Show Miz. Anyhow, it's time to play the game. On a rare SmackDown appearance, I guess. That picture still looks like look at his waist. It looks way photoshopped, like super heavy. Like, it's just his traps and his... drop the controller. Drop the controller, I was so distracted by Triple H looking all photoshopped. Anyway, here we go. The King of Kings fighting the Cheese of Cheeses here on SmackDown, and I should not have gone to the top rope, but whatever. You do what you do, and you get an arm drag for your troubles. Yeah, so it is Wednesday, and not a whole lot going on in the wide world of pro wrestling. So, not a whole lot to really discuss in terms of news, etc., etc., because there really isn't any. Just a lot more speculation about the brand split, of which Raw answered pretty much nothing. Like, Raw was like, hey, brand split. And that was all they kind of said. So, I get the feeling they really have not thought this out as much as they should have at this point. Like, it could have had a whole big angle leading up to it, outside of just, hey, an announcement. Like, having SmackDown Live, obviously, moving SmackDown to a live broadcast is a thing that is going to get announced to your, television distributors, and it's going to get leaked out ahead of time. You don't have to tell those same distributors that you're doing a brand split. Like, you don't have to mention that. That could, be crafted into an angle in the run-up to, SmackDown going live. Because announcing it beforehand, but then not really having any concrete or even, tiny details on it just reeks of we're making it up as we go along, which, granted, is a lot of wrestling when you've got that many writers and, a boss as insane as Vince McMahon. But that was uncomfortable. It just reeks of them not knowing what the fuck they're doing. And it seems like just one of those things, and this happens a lot, where they had an idea they thought would, get some mainstream media attention, which it did, and then didn't think about the follow-through. Didn't think about the consequences of doing such a thing. And that, to me, seems to be the case with this brand split, which obviously they're calling a brand extension, but I'm pretty sure they called it a brand extension the last time. And for those who don't recall the brand extension the last time, which lasted from like 2002 until like 2011, not the best thing in the world for a lot of those years. And I've seen both sides, the positive and the negative people, speculating on how it's going to go. And, I see a lot of positive, like, hey, here's, it could be a good thing, and more guys who don't get the spotlight could be getting the spotlight, and that kind of stuff. But my main bone of contention there is that they have the same exact amount of TV time before the split and after the split. 3 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown. So outside of actually having guys who can't appear on one show or the other, like, what actually changes there? Like, to me, it just seems like you're limiting yourself on guys who, can fight other guys. And maybe that's, in the long run, perhaps more profitable, or could potentially be more profitable to keep guys separate for a while and then build to an eventual, we're having this match, they've never fought before type deal. Like, that could be cool. But when you look at what they did last time, especially when they split up tag teams last time, especially when they had the draft and draft guys back and forth and split up commentary teams. Now, obviously, there's nobody on the level of Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler as a commentary team this time around. So, if you drafted commentators again and say, oh no, we're drafting Cole to SmackDown and Morrow to Raw, fucking please do that. But you're not splitting up one of the greatest commentary teams of all time, so I'm not going to be as upset about it. Seriously. Remember when they had the draft for all three? It was like they were drafting Raw and SmackDown and ECW. Holy shit, that was terrible. Because ECW got the short end of that stick every fucking time. It was the bastard child of those programs. And I remember Taz being being so salty about it whenever they fucking would get screwed. Whenever somebody good from ECW was getting taken onto Raw or SmackDown, he'd be so fucking mad about it. It was palpable. It was great. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I want to be, excited. I want to be, enthusiastic about it. But at the end of the day, WWE is a company that has great big ideas. But when it comes down to the follow-through and the minutia in executing those ideas, they tend to fall pretty short. Just look at 2011, just look at the Summer of Punk, how they totally just had all this attention, and somehow we ended up with Triple H versus Kevin Nash. Like, what the hell? You had a super cool thing like the Nexus, the impact from that original Nexus attack, and that ended with Wade Barrett literally getting buried under a mountain of chairs. Literally buried! So yeah, they just kind of don't have the follow-through in making things as cool as you want them to be.
I am the future of this business.
This business!
Prove it to him. I will get that win for myself and the WWE universe that is behind me.
Well, okay.
So, what was it that you wanted to share?
What did I want to share? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So I wanted to share. Right for my fans. I'm staying a face until the end of this my career. Fingers crossed. Staying a face. We'll see.
The WWE universe does. And I am going
Yeah.
everything I possibly can to take power away from the authority and put it back into the hands of the WWE universe.
Enough. Stop talking. Thanks to have it back to you guys. So, yeah, I'd like to be proven wrong on this brand split stuff. I really would. But I've been watching wrestling since 1994. And the amount of times they had something cool and totally managed to screw it up at this point are too many to count. But there's just enough good stuff to keep watching wrestling as I have been for the last, at this point, many years. Anyway, we're apparently fighting Miz on Superstars before fighting Miz at the Rumble, which, again, is stupid, but not outside of the realm of things that have actually happened in real life. I can't say it's unrealistic, because it's happened in real life before. Anyway, that is it for today. That is it for the 2K16 MyCareer, etc., etc. I'm AttackSlug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. And I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.